The entertainment world is a stage with a big lie. Someone creates a perfect figure in front of many people, then conceal that person's real behavior behind the stage. Every actress, actor, idol, celebrity, artist, YouTuber, etc. must have their own fans who only want to see their perfect side. The higher and more lies one makes in the entertainment world, the greater the chance of becoming more famous and having more fans. In entertainment, lying is the most powerful weapon to raise social status. Even many people are willing to use any means to become famous. Amemiya Goro is a gynecology doctor at a countryside hospital far from the city. Gynecology is the medical science of female reproductive diseases. Goro greatly admires an idol named Hoshino Ai. Even Goro wants to meet her to see Ai's beauty and cuteness. Ai is a 16-year-old girl, a member of the group Bikomachi. Bikomachi group is very famous for their songs. Not only that, but all of Bikomachi's members are very beautiful, and Ai is always the center of attention for fans of this idol group. Goro can only watch Bikomachi's shows on DVD. There would never be an idol concert like this in the countryside where he lived. Shortly after, the nurse informed Goro about the official tweet from Bikomachi's Twitter account. Goro is surprised because the tweet mentions that Ai will take a break from Bikomachi due to her health problems. Even Goro was late reading this, which was reported long ago. Of course, Goro felt pressured because his favorite idol didn't appear on stage. Then the nurse guessed that Goro was a lolicon, but Goro said that he became like this for a reason. Back when Goro was treating a patient, she is a 12-year-old girl named Sarina Tendoji. Goro always accompanies Sarina while lazing there. Sarina is a big fan of Ai. Ai is the same age as Sarina. For her, Ai is a very cute and beautiful idol. Even Sarina wants to be reincarnated and hopes to become an idol and have a face as beautiful as Ai. Goro wasn't interested in idols and Ai at that time, so he felt that Sarina's words were ridiculous. Reincarnation would not exist in this world. Sarina was a little annoyed that Goro said that. Then Sarina imagined life as the child of a celebrity or famous person, has beauty and gets connections to many people easily. Goro says that Sarina doesn't need to be reincarnated. Sarina's figure was already beautiful and cute. When Sarina recovers later, she can register as an idol and Goro promises to be her first fan. Of course, Goro's words made Sarina very happy. She loves Goro even though they are very far apart in age. Sarina wants to marry him. Of course, Goro refuses because Sarina is still 12 years old. But Goro will think about this marriage when Sarina turns 16. Then Sarina felt sad because 16 years old was a very long time for her. Then a few weeks or months later, Sarina died from a chronic disease in her brain. Back to the present, Goro's life changed thanks to Sarina. He wanted to see Sarina, who was chasing her dreams so passionately. If she was still alive, Sarina would be 16 years old like Ai now. She will definitely strive to become the idol she dreams of becoming. Then Goro returned to his room to see his next patient. It turned out that she was Ai, who was heavily pregnant. At first, Goro doesn't realize that the patient is Ai, because Ai is wearing a hat there. He also asked the man who brought Ai to this hospital. That man is Ai's guardian. Ai has no parents and grew up in an orphanage. Then when Ai took off her hat, Goro was very surprised because Ai was already heavily pregnant like this. Then Ai's guardian, or the agency president from Bikomachi, asked her, "Why don't you want to discuss this with me? Who is the father of this child?" But Ai did not want to answer the question. Instead, she smiled cutely while saying that it was her secret. Goro heard their conversation from outside the room. Then he immediately checked the condition of Ai's fetus, and the examination results stated that Ai's children were twins. The agency president said that if the public knew that a 16-year-old girl gave birth to a child, they would definitely think badly of Ai. Even big fans are bound to be disappointed. Moreover, Bikomachi agency will be destroyed along with Ai's career as an idol. Then Ai suddenly asked Goro's opinion on this matter. Goro says that the decision is in Ai's hands. Both are important things to her, so Ai had to think about this problem carefully. Then Goro went to the roof of the hospital building to be alone as usual. As a big fan of Ai for many years, Goro was not disappointed after seeing Ai have the children she is now. He still fully supports Ai because of his love as an Ai fan. Many fans are too fanatical about what they idolize. Because of that, many people who work in entertainment always cover up everything related to them. Goro was sure that Sarina would think the same as him. Not long after, Ai went to the top of the hospital building to see the scenery in the countryside. She was amazed by the cool atmosphere there, very different from Tokyo. Then Goro asked Ai, "Did you come here because you didn't want to attract the attention of many people? You are pregnant and will give birth in a few months." Of course, Ai is surprised that Goro knows her job. The agency president did not write a bio about Ai's work at this hospital. Goro reasons that he once had a patient who was a big fan of Ai.
溢れ出るオーラ隠せないね。困った困った。
自信家かわいい。
ここならお医者さんもおじさんばかりでバレないと思ったんだけどな。
Goro asks Ai, "Will you stop being an idol?" Ai replied that she was still an idol as well as a mother to her 2 children. Ai never had a family. Since childhood, she only lived in an orphanage without knowing who her parents were. Ai has long wanted a happy family, so she will struggle to raise her 2 children.
つまり、それは。
そう。公表しない。きっと賑やかで楽しい家族になるよね。
Ai said that idol is a career full of lies. You can deceive other people with a smile as long as you can be beautiful, whether dressed up or naturally beautiful. Ai is a famous idol, an idol who can conceal everything about herself, then sings and smiles on stage happily. However, not real happiness but fake happiness to be given to all big fans of idol groups. This is a fun job for Ai. Sometimes Ai also wants to be herself, where she can feel real happiness and live her own life. Ai's smile, gestures, cuteness, etc. formed from the figure many people want. So she chose to undergo 2 jobs. First as a mother and second as an idol.
どっちも欲しい。星野愛は欲張りなんだ。
君の幸せがそれだって言うなら従おう。星野愛、僕が産ませる。安全に元気な子供を。医者の僕とファンの僕の意見が一致した。君はどうしようもないほどアイドルで、僕はどうしようもないほど君のファンだ。
The next day, Goro tells Ai to fake her name. Goro also says that Ai has to give birth by cesarean. Ai is still 16 years old, and it is very dangerous if she gives birth to twins without cesarean delivery. The agency president is worried because the cesarean scar will definitely leave marks on Ai's stomach. But Ai reassured the agency president because Ai would be fine. After all, Ai is willing to do anything for the sake of her 2 children to be born safely. Goro also advises Ai to meditate so her body can relax when she gives birth by cesarean later.
僕が医者になったのはこの時のためだったのかもしれない。
だって私の子だよ。きっと小顔で美人に決まってる。
Several months later, the days of the birth of Ai's 2 children will soon come. So Goro must always be on standby to receive calls from the hospital when Ai is about to give birth. Goro will go home first to rest a bit. In this hospital, there is also another doctor on duty at night. So if Goro has a problem getting to the hospital later, that doctor will take care of it. Then Ai says that she doesn't want another doctor, and that Goro is the only doctor who should do it. Goro said that his words were just an example. After all, Goro would definitely come to perform a cesarean delivery of Ai's 2 children. He kept his promise to Ai. On the way home, Goro finds out Ai's true nature like this. She is an easygoing and assertive girl. Goro hopes that Ai will always be fine when she gives birth. After Goro walked away from the hospital, a person wearing a sweater suddenly appeared behind him. The person knows that Ai is pregnant and will give birth. Of course, Goro was surprised that this person knew Ai's secret. Goro is sure that the person is a stalker. Then Goro wanted to know the person's name, but he fled to the nearby mountainous area. Of course, Goro is after him because Ai's secret cannot be revealed to anyone. When Goro had been running deep into the mountains, suddenly something happened.
どこ行った？暗くてわからん。っていうか体が動かねえ。あ、携帯。もしかして愛が産気づいたか？あの子の子供。
生まれ変わったら。
エヴァワンチャンアイドルの子として生まれ変われる。
生まれた時から持ち合わせていたらって。
真面目に考えたことはなかった。
もし芸能人の子供に生まれていたらって。